In the bustling town of Allur lived 4 Brahmin friends. 3 were renowned for their vast knowledge, having spent years poring over ancient scriptures and mastering various disciplines. Their names were Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, echoing the trinity of wisdom they believed themselves to be. The 4th friend, however, was a simple man named Gopal. Unlike his learned companions, Gopal had not dedicated his life to books and scholarly pursuits. He possessed an abundance of common sense, a quality that often eluded his erudite friends. Gopal was known for his practical wisdom, his ability to assess situations with a keen eye and arrive at sound judgments. While the learned trio engaged in endless debates on abstract concepts, Gopal focused on the practicalities of life, his feet firmly planted on the ground. Despite their contrasting approaches to life, the 4 friends shared a bond of camaraderie, their differences often a source of amusement rather than discord. However, fate, it seemed, had a peculiar lesson in store for them, a lesson that would test the very core of their beliefs and highlight the stark difference between knowledge and common sense. Their journey began on a seemingly ordinary day, but as they would soon discover, destiny had charted a course fraught with unforeseen peril and profound revelation. One day, the friends found themselves discussing their meager earnings. The 3 learned Brahmins, despite their vast knowledge, struggled to make ends meet, their scholarship failing to translate into material wealth. "Our learning seems to be of little use in this world," lamented Shiva. "We toil endlessly, yet we remain impoverished." Vishnu nodded in agreement. "Indeed, our knowledge seems to bear no fruit in this marketplace of life." Brahma, usually the most optimistic of the trio, sighed deeply. "It is a sorry state when wisdom takes a back seat to worldly possessions." Gopal, who had been listening patiently to his friend's woes, cleared his throat and spoke. "My dear friends, why don't we venture out and seek our fortune?" The learned Brahmins, intrigued by Gopal's suggestion, turned to him with raised eyebrows. "Venture out? But where would we go and what would we do?" inquired Shiva. Gopal, with his characteristic practicality, outlined a plan. "We can travel to neighboring kingdoms, showcasing your vast knowledge. Kings and nobles are known to reward scholars handsomely." The prospect of earning wealth by displaying their erudition appealed to the learned Brahmins. And so, with a mix of hope and trepidation, the 4 friends embarked on their journey, their hearts set on a quest for riches that would test their knowledge, and more importantly, their wisdom. As the friends journeyed through dense forests and across arid plains, their initial enthusiasm gradually gave way to weariness. The weight of their knowledge, it seemed, was taking a toll on their spirits. One evening, as they sought shelter in a desolate forest, they stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A heap of bones, bleached white by the sun, lay scattered beneath a towering banyan tree. The 3 learned Brahmins, their curiosity piqued, immediately gathered around the skeletal remains, their fingers tracing the contours of the bones. "These appear to be the bones of a lion," declared Shiva, examining a particularly large skull. Vishnu, scrutinizing a long, curved bone, concurred, "Indeed, a creature of immense size and strength, if these bones are anything to go by." Brahma, his eyes gleaming with excitement, exclaimed, "Imagine the knowledge we could glean from resurrecting such a magnificent beast, the prospect of bringing a lion back from the dead, of witnessing their scholarship manifest in such a tangible form," filled the learned Brahmins with a sense of exhilaration. They had often boasted of their ability to breathe life into ancient scriptures, and now, it seemed, fate had presented them with an opportunity to prove their mettle. However, they seemed to have overlooked a crucial aspect of their grand plan, an aspect that did not escape the notice of the pragmatic Gopal. Gopal, who had been observing his friend's animated discussion with growing unease, decided to interject. "My dear friends," he began cautiously, "I understand your thirst for knowledge, but I urge you to reconsider this endeavor. Is it wise to meddle with the natural order of life and death?" The learned Brahmins, however, were too caught up in their intellectual pursuit to heed Gopal's words of caution. Shiva, waving his hand dismissively, retorted, "Nonsense, Gopal. Our knowledge is a potent force. We possess the power to grant life even to these lifeless bones." Vishnu, nodding in agreement, added, "Indeed, what is the harm in resurrecting a creature that is long gone? It is simply an extension of our scholarship, a testament to our mastery over the ancient texts." Brahma, his voice filled with excitement, exclaimed, "Imagine the glory! We shall be renowned throughout the land for our unparalleled wisdom." Gopal, realizing that his friends were blinded by their ambition, made one last attempt to reason with them. But what if the lion, upon being resurrected, turns hostile? What if our actions have unforeseen consequences? His words, however, fell on deaf ears. The learned Brahmins, their minds set on their grand experiment, had already begun sorting through the bones, their fingers tracing the ancient verses that would bring the lion back to life. Unheeding Gopal's warnings, the three Brahmins set about their task. They chanted ancient hymns, drew intricate patterns in the dust, and placed the bones according to a forgotten ritual. Hours passed under the watchful gaze of the banyan tree. Gopal watched with a sinking feeling as his friends, oblivious to his warnings, continued their reckless endeavor. Just as the last rays of the setting sun painted the forest in hues of orange and purple, a low growl echoed through the stillness. The ground trembled, and a cloud of dust rose from the spot where the bones had been arranged. Out of the dust emerged a fearsome lion, its eyes blazing with a primal fury. The Brahmins, initially ecstatic at their success, gasped in terror as the resurrected beast turned its baleful gaze upon them. "Foolish mortals!" roared the lion, its voice a thunderous clap. "You have disturbed my slumber and awakened me to a world that is no longer mine." The Brahmins, paralyzed by fear, could only watch in horror as the lion lunged. Their vast knowledge, their mastery over ancient texts, offered them no solace in the face of this terrifying reality. Shiva and Vishnu were struck down instantly, their cries echoing through the forest. Brahma, in a desperate attempt to flee, stumbled and fell, his pleas for mercy drowned out by the lion's deafening roar. Gopal, witnessing the horrific scene unfold before his very eyes, knew that he had to act quickly. He had anticipated this very outcome, his common sense warning him of the folly of his friend's actions. As the lion turned its attention towards him, Gopal scrambled up the massive banyan tree with a speed that belied his usual calm demeanor. The lion, enraged by the escape of its last victim, paced at the foot of the tree, its roars shaking the very ground beneath Gopal's feet. Hours passed, and Gopal remained perched precariously on a branch high above the ground, the lion's enraged roars gradually fading into the night. As dawn broke, painting the forest in soft hues of pink and gold, Gopal cautiously made his way down the tree. The lion, exhausted from its rampage, had wandered off into the depths of the forest, leaving behind a scene of carnage and a profound lesson in its wake. Gopal, shaken but safe, made his way back to Allur, the weight of his friend's tragic fate heavy on his heart. When he recounted the tale of their ill-fated adventure, the townspeople were both horrified and amazed by his survival. Gopal, however, knew that his survival was not a stroke of luck, but a testament to the power of common sense, a quality that proved far more valuable than all the knowledge in the world. And so, the tale of the four Brahmins became a legend in Allur, a cautionary reminder that knowledge without common sense is like a sword in the hands of a fool, a dangerous weapon that can lead to one's own destruction.